Hello everybody, Cooper here and welcome back to another episode of the Mosswood Academy here on Cricket Captain 2023. We're coming back a little bit earlier than proposed because we're actually here at the recruitment screen for the, MI Cape Town and the Mosswood Academy. I was going to come back after this series, but we actually have had a large gap between the World Cup and the end of the World Cup and now. So this obviously came before the recruitment stuff is going to come before these international fixtures up against New Zealand. So we're going to do those in the next episode. So what we're going to do now is review the World Cup, not overlook it. Review the World Cup, see how we went. We're coming into this World Cup as champions, so did we win? How much did we win by? What sort of performance did we put up? And then we're going to do the contracts for MI Cape Town and the Mosswood Academy for the next season. But we're going to go to... I wonder if he'll just show me international. If I go internationals, it's going to do the entire world. So we might just do South Africa and the internationals so far. As you can see here, we did a clean sweep through the World Cup. My favourite match was by far the Papua New Guinea match. It's just an opponent you don't get to see every day, so I really tried to make the most of it and have fun with it. But we had 5 Super 12 matches. We obviously didn't need to go through the group stage because we were already qualified. So we went through the Super 12 and then we had the semi-final and the final. But first up was England. Now this World Cup took place in the West Indies and the US, I believe. Because I think the final was in Jamaica, if I remember correctly. So we batted first in this particular match. Posted 212, very happy with our performance. Graham Smith Jr. ended up with 45. Ferguson got a nice 85. De Villiers got 47. And then we lost a few key wickets towards the end of the innings. But we still had plenty of runs on the board by the time that happened. We batted really well in the top order. Was really impressed with what we did. And we defended our total very nicely. Zanderson bowled the most brutal spell I reckon I have bowled this year on Cricket Captain. 8 for 12 he took, and Flair got the other 2 wickets. The other guys were just not needed. Haynes was really expensive. Haynes is in really bad form at the moment. So much so that I might not actually put him in the test squad. He's been so bad. But yeah, Zanderson was actually... he's played a bit of county cricket this year for Durham, I believe. It's either Durham or Kent, I can't remember. So he came into this tournament full of form, was really, really good. And yeah, took 8 for 12 in the first World Cup match. It was unbelievable. It was great. We then played Ireland. And this was a similar result to the England game. We batted first once again. Top order did really well. A few guys in the middle order didn't do as well. De Villiers got 87. Kurtzman got a nice 80. But yeah, we got 243 for 6. Robertson for them got none for 65 off his 4 overs. It was very expensive. And then with the ball, we bowled them all out for 132. Gibson Flair picked up 4 for 20. Disco Jones 4 for 36. Lawrence was okay, 1 for 32. And Zanderson just got the 1 wicket this time and got 1 for 20. Then we beat New Zealand by 15 runs. We batted first again. And we were at 5 for 118, a little bit of trouble. Then Dante Daniels and Lawrence came to the crease and turned that around for us. Daniels, 46 off 19, 8 fours and a 6. Lawrence was good, just keeping, holding down position up the other end, rotating the strike, doing a really good job. Ferguson also did a really good job up the top of the order, got a nice 46 off 30. But in terms of everybody else, Graham Smith Jr. had a really poor tournament. So his average has come way, way down. He's only averaging about 32 in 2020 cricket now for South Africa. So depending on what our recruitment looks like in the off season. We might need to rejig just the 2020 lineup for this team. Because if we look, he's averaging 32 with the bat in 2020 cricket. This year he's averaging 16. Last year, he actually averaged 45 last year, so maybe it's just this year. But yeah, see his 20 over cricket not as good as his first class and one day cricket. But then we move on to the New Zealand innings, and they got very close to us, but not quite. They didn't get quite close enough. Corey picked up 4 for 38. Disco Jones was expensive, as was Gibson Flair. But Lawrence was probably the lifesaver in this match. Got 2 for 27. Really kept the runs down, bowled a lot of dot balls, as did Zanderson. Got 1 for 21 from his 4 overs, and we just did a really good job of shutting them out. Then we had the Papua New Guinea match, and poor Papua New Guinea. I felt so bad, but I had so much fun playing this match. We batted first. 232 was the opening stand between Ferguson and de Villiers. De Villiers was actually the first man out. He got out for 158 off 56 deliveries, 24s, 10 sixes, did a really good job. Ferguson got out in the 90s once again. He got it for 99. And Kurtzen and Wellington finished as the not-out batsman, as we finished 286 for 3. We then bowled them all out for 152. They were a lot more competitive than I thought they were going to be with the bat. But our main bowlers, the Gibson, Okori and Zanderson, did a really good job. Aitken came in for Haynes so far in this game. He was a bit average, 1 for 43, as was Lawrence. Lawrence was not at his best, but still took 2 wickets. But Aitken really lit up towards the back end of the tournament. And then we had our final group stage match, or Super 12 match up against Bangladesh. It batted the first once again, got 196 on the board. Kurtzen picked up 57. Wellington got 46. Lawrence played a really handy 38 not out. But yeah, we were 3 for 64, so we were able to get 196 on the board, which was really, really positive. We then bowled them all out for 177. Lawrence picked up 3 for 32, was our player of the game. Aitken got 1 for 35, which was good. Okori picked up 3 for 47, was expensive, but did take some key wickets for us. And then Flair picked up 2 for 31 as well. So that was the end of the Super 12. We then had India in the semi-final, where we bowled first. Aitken took 5 for 21, was really positive in this match. We kept the runs down, and we got on top of India. We did a fantastic job. Zanderson was really good early, got 3 for 34. Okori was only going at 4 runs and over. Lawrence bowled 4 overs, 1 for 14, 16 dot balls, which was really, really positive stuff. And then we chased that down with about 9.5 overs to spare. Ferguson got out for 58. De Villiers was 61 not out, and Kurtzen was 1 not out after facing 2 balls. As I said before, really positive result. We then had a rematch up against England, who we beat in the first match of the World Cup. We now played them in the final, and nobody scored above 37, but we did somehow get to 177 all out. We were 9 for 145. The final partnership were 32 between Okori and Aitken, with some really strong hitting from Aitken in one of his only innings. Actually, his only T20 innings that he has played for us was really, really good. But England bowled really, really well. They just couldn't back it up with the bat. Bowled them all out for 128. Aitken took 3. Gibson Flair took 3. Okori took 3. Lawrence was great with 1. Zanderson wasn't at his best, but did a job with opening the bowling. And we won the World Cup for a second consecutive tournament, which I was really happy about. But if we go to, not MI Cape Town, if we go to 2020 International Current. So these are the bodies that we used for the World Cup. So yeah, de Villiers was our leading run scorer. Getting 150 in one innings does help out with that. But he was really good. Lawrence was really good. I'd still probably say that de Villiers was our player of the tournament. he was, really, really good. Aitken was good when he only played the 4 games, took 10 wickets, was a little bit expensive at times. Disco Jones we did take out early, as with Haynes. But once we got that final 4 bowlers plus Lawrence settled, we were really good. Dante Daniels really struggled. He's another position that I'm going to look at and sort of see if I can replace. He's really good at one-day level, but for whatever reason, he just really struggles at T20 level. Just can't seem to, 150 in 18 games. I know he bats at 7, but he's very defensive, so that might be a position that we'd look at. He's also injured at the moment. So him and Graham Smith Jr., 2 batting positions that might be available. That also gives us an opportunity to elevate Lawrence up the order in the limited overs stuff as well. But we'll see what happens there. Wellington also struggled a little bit, but he's got still a decent record at T20 level, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Kurtzman was good without being amazing, and Ferguson was, above his average, so we can't really complain with that. But that brings us to the contract screen for MI Cape Town, as I load up my list of names that I accumulate throughout the season. I've got 8 names of players that I might potentially be using, but we're going to go contracts. I don't think we'll have anyone retiring. We've got 5 million to spend, and oh boy. Okay. Very interesting. Pinklet, we're going to let... God, Pinklet's actually really good, though. Is the only thing. He's really good at 20 over level. He's just... 1.6 million is a lot of money. Palfreman, he was a player that came on board as... We had a few of these players that came on board as we took away too many players on international duty, so they had to fill in the team with regens that aren't very good. So if we go to his stats, yeah, he's not very good at all. So this is going to be very interesting, considering a lot of these guys aren't going to be playing for this team very much. Oh, golly me. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Can we reduce these contracts a little bit? I would like to reduce them a little bit, just to make it a little bit more affordable. That would be nice. We've already spent 3.7 million on 3 players. I don't think I can afford Pinklet. Powerman, no. Xavier Johnson, we'll offer him a contract because he actually plays and he's good. Archibald, this might be the end of the line, mate. He's had a good run in 20 over cricket. Schultz, he's been around he might be another fill-in. Because I don't remember signing him. Michael Richards, he plays for Lions. He's not been very good for us. I don't think he's played any games for us. If we go 4-team, yeah, he's played games, but he's not been very good. So we're gonna let him go. Pinklet is good, but I can't justify paying 1.6 million for him. So we've signed 4 players. Do we let Williams go? Do we let Cyrus Williams go? Well, he's not in the national T20 team at the moment. And we've got Sibona Kaliso, who is a wicketkeeper. We've got him on contract for, doesn't say how long, but we do have him under contract. So we might let Williams go and then use the 800k to invest in some young talent. That is probably the likely scenario. Wow, this is really sucky. Really sucky. All right, let's do that. We're gonna let... Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. None of these guys want to stay, which is a problem. Okay. We've got a little bit of money left. I'm going to have a look around for some youngsters. And I'll see what I can come up with. Okay, so I've made a few adjustments to the contracts I have offered. We've made 2 youth player contract offers. We've got Smith Jr., De Villiers and Kurtzen, who we are looking to keep. And then we've got Brooke Fletcher here, who is a wicketkeeper. He is going to be the Williams replacement. He's 18 years old. If we go to his stats, very aggressive, averages 61 at 3-day level, 54 at 1-day level, and 42 at T20 level. I don't believe he opens, but he's very aggressive. Looks to be a very good prospect going forward. And then all the way down here, we have possibly the best bowling prospect I have seen on Cricket Captain. This is Njinga Joseph, or I am going to call him Ninja Joseph. He averages 14 with the ball. I actually haven't looked at his economy, so we're going to find that out together. He is very, very good. He might go straight into the test team. He is very good. We obviously have the other guys that we are looking to bring over, or bring back, I should say. That's not the right one. There we go. Hopefully everybody signs. Smith Jr.'s on board, De Villiers is on board, Kurtzen's on board, Fletcher's on board. Joseph's not happy. That's not good. Joseph, where are you? Here we go. Let's try again. We got 410k to work with. That's not very much. I'm hoping he can sign. He accepts. We got out of that alive somehow. We have no room left in the budget. We had to say goodbye to a few of our heroes. But we've now got a bowling lineup, which I am happy with. We've extended the pace bowling cartel even more. He's a little bit older than I typically would sign, but he's 19. He's very good. As I said, might go straight into the test team. And then Fletcher's a wicket-keeping prospect that we can keep an eye on for the future as well. Obviously, we've got Sibona Kaliso as well, who's also 18. Has been in and around the test team. He's done okay for himself, but he's more of a wicket-keeper batsman, whereas Fletcher is more of a traditional just wicket-keeper who bats. But that will do this side for now. I will see you guys on the other side for the Mosswood Academy signings. Oh boy, that was stressful. Okay, hopefully this side will be less stressful. We have a lot of expiring contracts. Okay, De Villiers, for whatever reason, does not have a international contract. Only a few of our players do now, which is strange. So yeah, I can't remember who had one and who doesn't have one. But Neil Williams still has his, even though he didn't play any international cricket last year. He only played 2 first-class cricket. Oh, it's because he was in the squad. I need to take him out the squad. But yeah, we've got a lot of players that we need to sign. We need to sign at least 10 players with not very much money. De Villiers, we're going to sign for 3 years. Smith Jr., we're going to sign for 3 years. Williams will sign as well. We'll give him 2 years. And all the money's starting to dry up already. Johnson, we'll sign him for 1 year. Haynes will sign for 2 years. Geez, we're already over. We're going to have to let a few of our young players go, I reckon. Do we just completely cut the cord with Cyrus Williams? But yeah, we're not going to be able to afford any of these guys down here. We might have to cut the cord on Cyrus Williams if we're going to be able to sign those other 2 young players. We might have to cut Johnson as well. This is going to be... We need to reduce the money on some of these guys. We've got 1 million to spend on... That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 14 is 8. We've got 1 million to spend on 6 players. I have no idea how I'm going to be able to do this. Archibald, we can sign on a 20 over contract. That's cheap. We'll negotiate that down. It gets us to 19. We've got 5 spots left. And we'll progress forward. We'll say goodbye to Williams. Did Smith Jr. really just say he can't live on $900,000 a year? Did he really just say that? Johnson's going to say Haynes can't live on $850,000 a year. Why has this guy got a South Africa contract? I've never seen him or played him in a team. Can we sign him for free? Oh no, it's not going to let us sign him for free. I was going to say if he was free, we'll sign him, but we've got to find our youth players now. It was Fletcher and Joseph. I see Fletcher. Where is Joseph? I see Joseph. We might just lower the contracts a little bit. Not so much to annoy them, but just a little bit to give us a bit of wiggle room. We got 70k to play with. Okay, we could probably up this a little bit. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to press continue. We do not have enough money, which is unfortunate, to sign 3 players. We can... I didn't even check our youth player from last season. Well, that'll give us 1 more player to sign. We'll take the physio down as well. That'll give us 2 more players to sign. Where's Duplessis? Is he still here? Hopefully he's still here. He is still here. He's very cheap. We'll sign him. That won't let us do that. And I bet if we try and put this back up, it won't let us do that either. I know it will let us do that. That's strange. I might just skip forward and let them give us some randos who will expire at the end of the season.
Something's not right. Wait a few minutes and try setting up again. You can also try unplugging this device and plugging it back in.
Weird. We might just, what I was saying is we get some players that'll just auto-assign us some players. Yeah, you do not have enough players to make up the minimum squad size. 24 players from the youth team will be drafted in to make up the numbers. That is fine. I think Joseph comes straight into the test squad, especially because Haynes is not in good form. And Fletcher, when's our first test? It's on the 29th of October. So we got about a month's worth of fixtures to get through. We've got the Provincial T20 Cup, which we'll play through. And then we'll have the test stuff. So this will be a good opportunity to showcase some of our younger talent. Fletcher already makes the 11, which is hilarious. So I'm going to play around with this in between episodes, and then I will show you when are we going to come back. That's what I want to know. So we'll do this series. We'll do... Geez, we have not got a lot of stuff to do. I'll come back at the end. I'll come back for the start of this series, is what I'm going to do. And I forgot to mention before, we actually won the ODI Championship, which is not surprising considering we won 34 out of 36 games. There was not a final or anything. You just get a trophy at the end, which is great. It says that we won it, even though we still have games that are a part of that, but we got told that we won that. I forgot to mention that at the start of the episode. So even though it's still going, we can't officially lose, which is great. But that's going to do it for today, guys. It's a bit of a longer episode as per usual with the recruitment and end of season stuff. But thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you're enjoying the series, feel free to give me a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the support that you guys give me. It is greatly, as I said, appreciated. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.